Yeah, I think so. Probably not for the reasons you're suggesting, but
I just said, I don't know. And if he was, then more power to him, dude. I think we need, I don't know. I'm not getting, it's just getting worse for me. You're still good. Congratulations, man, on being vice president.
Thanks, man. That's awesome.
That's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, I just can't even, I can believe it, but it's just like,
I can't.
You can't?
No, man. It's crazy.
What about that the first night you won? What did y'all do? Y'all get high? Y'all didn't get high.
If I did, I wouldn't say it for public consumption. No,
dude,
I did not get high. I did not get. I mean, I did have a fair amount to drink that night.
Hell yeah, dude! First time I stayed at a Hampton Inn that had 2 beds, those double beds in one room. We fucking hit it.
You got to find an excuse to celebrate whenever one arises. But
take us down that night.
All right. Here's what happened. So we're in Mar-a-Lago. Okay. So first of all, we got a puppy about 18 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I didn't even think about it, but the puppy's birthday is November the 5th, which happens to be the day of the election. So our puppy's first birthday is November the 5th. So we're at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has his chef send our dog a birthday cake. And I'm so nervous. I'm thinking about the election results, and I'm trying to get, I'm calling my guys up and saying, oh, do we have any early returns? Like, what's going on? And this like rice dog birthday cake shows up at Mar-a-Lago, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? The president, it's interesting. He compartmentalizes things very well. Mm-hmm. So he just doesn't get like really stressed out. He's very stoic about everything, right? Whereas I was a little bit more nervous. So anyway, polls close. I'm sitting there with like my wife and all my best friends from back home come down to Mar-a-Lago to watch, except for my one buddy, Nate. I still give him crap because Nate couldn't make the trip.
Why?
He couldn't make the trip, man. He had to take care of his kid or something like that. He's a good dude. Love
Put
Nate.
his kid in a van, dude. You have to go to that.
And do what with her?
Huh? Pay the valet to help out. I don't know.
Anyway,
sorry, Nate. So never mind. I don't know him. Go on,
trust
sir.
me. Nate's a good dude. Nate's a good dude. He's a fan of yours, actually.
Oh, give him a hug for me.
So we're watching the election returns, and I'm getting updates because it's crazy, dude. There's a whole data apparatus that is feeding information into the central campaign. So like whatever the media is reporting on, we're like 15 minutes ahead of time. Mm-hmm. And we're asking questions like, oh, there's this, I'll never forget this. There's this one little county in Indiana that produced election results early. And we were like, oh my God, we did so much better in that county than we did in 2020 or even 2016. Yeah. And so that's a pretty good sign. Mm-hmm. And what happened is as these counties trickle in, you realize we're doing way better than we did even in 2016. Like, oh my God, Donald Trump's going to be the president and I'm going to be the vice president of the United States. And that was nuts. And I was actually with my wife. What'd you do? Did
you put your hands in your pockets or what'd you even do?
I don't know what I did with my hands, man. It was like, the Talladega Nights, right? I'm just not sure what to do with my hands all night. So we go over to the hotel where they're doing like the victory celebration. And I'm there with like Don Jr. and Tucker Carlson and a few other people who are sort of in the world of politics. And they called Pennsylvania. And I didn't realize that, like the TV called Pennsylvania. And I didn't realize it. I was just talking to my wife and the crowd goes wild. So you hear people cheering and I'm like, what the hell happened? And I look over the TV. I'm like, oh my God, it's official. And that was one of the craziest moments.
God.
Yeah. The feeling at that moment, one, it was incredible. But then you have this overwhelming sense of like, oh my God, we're the dog that caught the car, right? And now you have to do a good job. Yeah. And it's not like some random job. It's like a really important job. And so I just had this kind of sense of, oh my God, this is real now.
Well, you're moving to another class of society. I mean, shit, your dog used to getting cakes for his birthday now. You know what I'm saying? Like things are changing, man. Do you stay? Where do you stay at? Because if the president stays in the White House, where do you stay at?
Yeah, so you should come visit. You have an open invitation. The president actually gives me crap about this because he says sometimes I think you have a nicer house than I do. We stay at a place we call it the VPR, the Vice President's Residence, but it's in the Naval Observatory. So we've got like probably 40 or so acres of completely private space.
In an observatory?
Yeah, and across the street.
Peeping Tom, huh?
That's right.
Bro,
no,
bring me in, dude.
Peeping Tom on stars and
dude, I got a small ladder. I'll set that whole neighborhood ablaze.
That's a picture of our house,
dude. Nobody will buy a new bra in that neighborhood without me knowing it, dude. I swear to God, brother.
The telescopes are pointed towards the stars. Theo.
Hey, wait.
But anyway, so we lived there. So we got 3 little kids and, like I said, a dog.
Wow,
and
that's so cool.
it's very cool. So we did actually, so a couple weeks ago, the president invited me and my wife. We had I think it was my stepmom was in town, and the president invited me and my wife to stay in the Lincoln bedroom. And I was like, oh, that's like really cool. Of course I want to go stay at the Lincoln bedroom. So apparently, though, a vice president had never stayed at the White House with the president before. And so the Secret Service wasn't totally sure what to do because they didn't have like the processes. But yeah, we went to the White House. We stayed at the Lincoln bedroom.
Did y'all stay up late?
We did actually, but because it was kind of scary, right? I mean, you're like laying in the room. There's a desk where, the president's like, that's the desk where Lincoln wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. Like, I thought it would be